guys, I hope we're all keeping well. Welcome to my channel. So, I have just come back from a trip to Albania. So, in this video, I will be telling you about my experience to this beautiful country called Albania. We stayed in a town called Sarande, or Saranda as the locals call it. I was there for a few days with my husband and we had a fabulous time. So, in this video, I will be telling you our experience of visiting Albania. So, let's dive right into it. So, just a bit of background about Albania. It is a small country and it's located in the southeastern European Balkan region. And also, it shares its borders with Montenegro, Kosovo, South Macedonia, and Greece. And Albania is a developing country. I know. It's in Europe. Yes, it is a developing country. And it is ranked at 67th position on the Human Development Index. But I tell you, though it is a developing country, it is developing at a really fast rate. I mean, in a few years' time, I don't think Albania is going to be a developing country anymore because the number of tourists visiting Albania and the development going on is amazing. Albania used to be under a communist government until the early 90s. So the language being spoken in Albania is called Shqip, if I'm pronouncing that right. But most people do speak English, especially the younger generation. And you know that it's Albania is surrounded by lots of beautiful mountains that just look amazing. It is such a beautiful country, and it is the general population of Albania is mostly Muslim, and they are so kind. I mean, we didn't even notice anything different, so everyone treats you with such love and kindness. So if you have to visit Albania, what do you do? What do you need? Just so you know, Albania is not part of the Schengen zone, it's not in the European Union. But if you do have a Schengen visa, you can enter Albania for up to 90 days with your Schengen visa. And also, if you are a British citizen, that means you have a British passport, you can visit Albania. You can enter and stay in Albania for up to 90 days in every 6 months. I will highly advise you, if you're planning a visit to Albania, check the visa entry requirements for your immigration status, whatever passport you're holding. Make sure you check your entry requirements before you visit Albania. Entry was very smooth. We got to the airport, you know, had no issues at all. But please do make sure you check your entry requirements so that you don't get embarrassed. Right, let's talk money, 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 money. So, the official currency for Albania is called lek. So here we've got Albanian lek. So I've got 2000 lek, I've got 500 and 200 lek. So most places do take card payments, they do take euros, but a lot of places do not. So you find that you will have to have cash with you. So I remember a situation very frustrating. We went up to the Lakosi Castle to watch the sunset and have a meal. I mean, it is a busy touristic site, and we thought that we might not need cash because we were leaving the next day and we did not want to have extra cash with us. Unfortunately, they did not take card payments up there. So if you were going to Albania and you are planning on visiting the Lakosi Castle in Sarande, make sure you have some cash with you. So it was very frustrating to go back because we have to drive if you've been to Sarande, if you've been to the castle, you have to drive all the way up and then, find that they don't take car payments. You have to go back down and find a cash machine, which was very frustrating, but it was fine. We got the cash in the end. In terms of value for money, Albania is very cheap. I mean, we were so surprised. Hotel is cheap, food is cheap, um, transport is cheap. We had to rent a car, which was very affordable. So, I mean, it's a good value for money. In terms of currency exchange, £1 is equal to about 126 lek, and €1 is about 108 lek. So it is very affordable. So the day we arrived, we went into a restaurant to have food as we were starving. We had loads of food. We actually ate a lot of food. We had lots to drink. We had some prawns and some seafood and lots of other things. And we were surprised when the bill arrived. It was so affordable. So there we knew that we are in for a treat. So I will highly recommend you visiting Albania because it is quite affordable. So let's talk entry route. So how do you get into Albania? So we were staying in Sarande, which is a town in Albania. So there is only one international airport. There is only one airport in Albania, which is found in its capital of Tirana. But because we were going to Saranda, if we had to travel from the airport of Tirana to Saranda, that would have taken us roughly 4 to 5 hours, which I wasn't prepared to. So if you're planning on going to Samil or Sarande, you have the option of flying to Tirana Airport and then driving, if you fancy the drive, to Samil or Sarande, where we were, or whichever town you're going to. But we decided to take a different route. So we traveled from Birmingham International Airport in the UK to Greece, to Corfu Airport in Greece. And then from there, we had the option of taking the ferry, which will take about an hour and which will take about an hour and 10 minutes, or we would take the speedboat, which took about 35 minutes. But unfortunately, on the day of our arrival, the sea was so rough. It was a nice, beautiful day, but the sea was so rough, and we couldn't get on our speedboat. We couldn't get on any boat at all. So we had to, walk up and down looking for how to get a ticket to Sarande. So it was quite frustrating, and but we got there in the end. So if you're planning on visiting Sarande, where we went to, I will highly recommend you book a flight to Corfu Airport in Greece, and then uh, book one of the boats, either a speedboat or a ferry or the normal boat to Sarande. And it did not cost much. It cost about €35 per person. And it was a very enjoyable trip coming back, not so much going. So, but remember to book your tickets before you arrive. Well, you could book your ticket on the day of arrival, but what happened was that when we got there, we were not able to book our ticket. So we had to get out of the pool, it took us about 30 minutes to walk out to find an agency that we could book our tickets to. So you can imagine us walking up and down in Kofu with our suitcases.
This has been so crazy, but we finally got our tickets. So we're walking to the port to get the ferry. I am exhausted.
After having flown from, wherever we flew from. So it was very frustrating. But remember to book your boat ticket to save you the trouble or the hassle of going up and down looking for a ticket. So internet. So remember this, because Albania is not part of the EU, you will be charged excessively if you have to roam. So you will have to buy a SIM card, a local SIM card, which is very easy to get. So when we arrived in Sarande, there's some guys just outside the port when we came out of the boat. They're just outside the port waiting to sell you SIM card. So we got a Vodafone SIM card, very affordable, very cheap. Cost us about 17 euros for 10 gig. I mean, we used it throughout. So we were literally depending on the internet. There's Wi-Fi in most of the restaurants, and there was Wi-Fi in our hotel. But we had, you want to make sure that you have internet when you're going out in case you need it. So internet was very cheap, 17 euros for 10 gig, and that took us all the way. And also remember, if your phone does take two SIM cards, remember to remove it and keep it somewhere safe, because I inserted my Albanian SIM card, and there was some discrepancies. It wasn't picking up the signal quite well. Maybe it was just my phone. I don't know. But once I took my UK SIM card out, that problem was solved. So remember to purchase internet as soon as you come out of the boat, because that would save you a lot of trouble. You want to connect and start, sharing pictures and talking to your mates about how wonderful Albania is. So we stayed in a hotel called Aloha Hotel, which was spectacular. So we found this hotel on booking.com, and it was wonderful. I was so pleased when we arrived. I mean, before arrival, communication was spectacular. Every time I had a question, you can imagine, I was anxious. We're going to Albania. We've heard all these things about the Albanian gangs, about how I was going to be kidnapped. And, my friend actually recommended giving me her nanny wig, because she says, "Oh no, I hear that a lot of young people are being kidnapped in Albania, and you look really young. I think you might stand a chance of being kidnapped. So I am going to give you my nanny wig." No, thank you. I wasn't kidnapped. I came back safe. So I was asking lots of questions to the hotel owners. I'm sure they got so fed up, but every single time they answered me on time and so politely. I was asking them about, how to get to Albania, which was the safest and quickest option. They even offered to pick us up when we arrived at the port, because I was feeling quite ill due to the roughness of my journey from Kofu to Sarande. They were so kind. I mean, the hotel where we were is literally 3 minutes walk from the port. So even if I didn't have to be picked up, even if we didn't have to be picked up, we could have just walked to our hotel. So it was at a perfect location. So it was very affordable, nice and quiet. The view was amazing. The view was amazing. Our balcony, we spent most of our time on the balcony. And also, we had a private beach at the hotel. Yeah, private beach, I know. So, and this was very affordable as well. So, I'm going to put down the cost of everything in the below, on the description, so that you have an overview of what it cost us to stay in Albania. So we had a private beach, and it was just wonderful because the weather was so hot. We spent most of our time on the beach. There was the hotel also had a bar, and the food was really good. Oh my God. I will definitely be coming back. I mean, the manager of the hotel made sure that we were so comfortable. Anything we needed, we were provided. Because you're in a safe place, you're always asking for things, but we tried not to bog them too much. But they were always making sure and asking, "Are you okay? Is there anything that you need?" The bed, the room, I mean, everything about our hotel was amazing. And if I have to go back to Albania, I will be staying at the Aloha Hotel. Because when you go on holidays, sometimes, usually you have such a good time, but when you come back, the bed is not as comfortable as your own bed. But the bed in Aloha Hotel was amazing. I slept like a baby, and I'm looking forward to when I will be going back, because I would definitely be staying here.
Hey guys, welcome to Albania. So we've just woken up and can't wait to go outside. It was a lovely night. The bed is so comfortable. Oh my god. We came in yesterday very tired. It was a bit rough getting here. The sea was a bit rough, so we had a really rough time. Well, I did. I was quite sick on the boat, so we didn't do much yesterday apart from just going to eat and just coming to have a good rest. So we've just woken up and the view is amazing. I honestly cannot wait to go and explore and see what's out there. So I'm taking it easy and not to overexert myself because yesterday I felt quite ill, and I don't want to overdo things today. I think the fact that I got really sick on the boat did a lot to me. So I came with all my stuff, my rehydration therapy, as if I knew. Well, I always walk around with all those things. I've drank plenty of water. So I'll just give you a little view of my view from here. That's the balcony, and we're just going to get ready and go for breakfast. Hello, Daddy.
Hello.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Love you.
Love you too.
Watch out for part 2 of this video coming soon.